Open the door. They're gonna get crushed. Open it.
You have to open the door. You have to get the bitch. Hey, guys, you have to get the door. Oh my God.
Just hold your dad. Just hold your dad. Bring it. They're gonna get crushed.
Open the door.
What are you doing?
Yes. Just gotta find the keys. Looking for the key.
Open the door.
Open up the fucking door!
Hold on, calm down. Stop shoving.
Wow. The hell was that? Hi, everybody. Welcome to Nick the Rat Radio. It is Wednesday night. It is 11 p.m. on the dot. All right. No, it's 11:03. All right. Leave me alone. It is November 27th, 2024. Tonight we'll be drinking some All A Gash White. So, that sounds racist and sexist. Tonight we'll be bringing in Thanksgiving Day in together. If you hang out late at night, because like right now you're up late, especially if you're on the East Coast of America, or if you're in Europe. If you're a European right now, or a Africano, or a Chingalapakala, or something. You're up late. All right? And if you wait, soon it's going to be the 28th of November, and it's going to be Thanksgiving. So I figure I'd just whip out the turkey and the plates of mashed potatoes that I might have or might not have stuck my pecker into, because it's, that kind of party. We are going to, you should also, maybe we should all just do a whole, hold on a second. No, that's a real turkey right there on the table. The tofurkey's under the table. Oh, it's pretty good. My buddy was talking about some Allagash White the other day, and that's why I bought it today. I think I got a pretty good deal. I got 12 cans for like $13. Not bad on the savings there. I was looking for, I think I got some turkey stuck in between my teeth. I got some gizzard. Lizard gizzard. That'd be cool if people ate more lizards. You called it gizzard lizard? Either way. Okay, look. I was looking for a beer, though, that's called Lucky Dog. Lucky Dog IPA. Because I had it at a ramen shop. I was eating some ramen with my toes. And it was really tasty, but I haven't really ever seen it anywhere. And it's Lucky Dog IPA if you see a big cartoon dog face on it. Ramen shop. Down at the ramen shop. Some good stuff. We're gonna be thanking people all night tonight. Tonight is basically just gonna be one big old thank you to everybody and to everything. To thank you to. Let's start off with this table. Thank you to this table. Well, I guess the table came from like metal or wood or some shit. So thank you to the minerals in the floor. And the people that helped mine them and dig them out and put them together. And it's going to be a long show. We got a lot of people to thank here. Because we're just talking about the metal in this table. And it's a whole sewer system of people, places, and things to thank. But yeah, there's also a phone line that you could call into, and you could also leave thanks or give thanks or fucking really know. So that would be 917-719-5923. Don't if you call now, you're just gonna get a busy signal. Maybe I'll try this open hole deal again too. I'll go into this open hole. I think I understand a way to totally fix the open hole. I got it, I think, partially fixed right now, where you'll be able to hear each other, but you won't be able to hear the music that I'm playing. Unless maybe I just turn it on at some point. You know, this shit's crazy, man. All this sound stuff. Like a big old mess of wires. Spaghetti brains. That's what they used to call me back in elementary school. All right, but we're also going to be thanking musicians and stuff tonight, because part of this show is all about the music. And I don't have the... Judy, do we have the list of music to play tonight? This is like the first night you never had it ready when the show started. Are you okay? Are you eating too much turkey, or are you getting sleepy? I did pack this one full of methamphetamine, so that's why you get sleepy when you eat turkey in the sewer. Hold on one second. It looks like we do have we like to party. We like to party. We have the show, and the show is partially about spreading culture. And what better way to spread culture than through semen on the turkey? And I mean, Grandma taught me about a semen turkey recipe. We're not talking about that tonight, though, maybe. But we will be listening to music, because music is a great way to spread culture. And CC BY 3.0 music is a great way to do this as well. And you could find it mostly all on to the SoundCloud, I think I use, right? Diane, is this SoundCloud? Yeah, you go to SoundCloud, you go to likes, you could find Nick the Rat there and find all my likes. It's all CC BY 3.0 music. You could use it to make turkey or porn or turkey porn, whatever. Just, credit. Maybe don't do that. Maybe don't credit any of the artists you hear tonight in your great turkey porn masterpiece. Okay? But say you do, just make sure you acknowledge them. So the first song of the night is Saman 68 with Deep Blue. We'll be right back. We're going to be thanking some people all night. Holes are open. Phones will be soon. See you soon. That was a fun little ditty. Do-a-ditty. Welcome back to the sewers, everybody. This past week, went to the No Agenda meetup in Manhattan, New York City. It was at Bonk Bar, Bonk Cafe, Bonk LeBlanc, Matt LeBlanc's bar. I don't know. It was Tunnel Rat threw it. Tunnel Rat had a little No Agenda meetup, so I went there. Now I think Tunnel Rat is definitely a spook, and I'll tell you how I know. Because first, this Bank Bar place, it's on 30th and 3rd. So we got a coded message in there already. There was at least 2 3s inside of this thing. And then when you get there, there was a form that to fill out with your name, your phone number, and your social security number and your pronouns. So I filled all that out for him and I sent it to him. Well, I gave it to him because he was there. I was extremely high. I think people knew too. Probably because I kept saying, "Hi guys, I'm very high." I had a 50 milligrams of THC in a beverage right before I got there. I ordered a Guinness and I was chatting it up with people. There was some really interesting people there. It was really cool. I had fun talking with the people that I remember talking to. I think there was a guy, Sir Chansey. I think that's his name. I don't remember anybody's name. And yeah, well, Tunnel Rat might be still at the bar somewhere. He was really drunk. I was pretty drunk too. Everybody's trying to buy me drinks. I was like, it's I'm good. I'm good, my man. I think somebody's trying to get me drunk. Excuse me. Yeah. So the Sir Chansey guy, he was so I don't know how high I was, but he was telling me that he was like an Indian. And his uncle flew Hitachi helicopters to shoot Mexican fishermen in Canada. I think I got that story a little bit mixed up, but it was definitely something like that. And it's really weird talking to everybody there because they don't, you don't know who knows who. So he was hanging out with some people. I don't know if he knew who he was talking to, but then I went and then I started sitting over with somebody else, and I was talking to them for a long time, and they also were participants in the THC land, and they're like, "Hey man, check out what I got," and he whips out these little candies that are like 5 milligrams each. And I looked at them and I chuckled. And I said, I don't think that these are going to do much. I already ate about 10 of them. But thank you for the offer. But he was awesome. It was Sir Michael Anthony. If you listen to No Agenda, he raps as the mayor of New York. And I didn't really know that's who I was talking to most of the time until like the end of the night. He told me his name, but I don't remember names. He's the mayo. The mayo of New York. But he was awesome. And there was some other guy that was very strange. He had like a synthesizer in his pocket. And I don't know if I was that high or not, but he was trying to show everybody AI generated pornography. It was an interesting evening. But Tunnel Rat donated, I think it was, hold on, but it might have been it was like a little wooden box in these two, what are they called? Like 2.5 plugs on the end of it, hanging off a wire. Get to the point. Mr. Harmonica Man, the point is I'm trying to say thank you to Tunnel Rat for organizing this thing. And, here we go. Yeah. And I was so high. It was very strange. And taking a donation from you're like in a bar and you're getting drunk and then you go outside and then a guy gives you like a handful of money. Felt like I was doing some strange, like the cops were going to come grab me or something. I also asked him to remind me how much he gave me. So I just stuffed the wad of money in my pocket. It was raining out too. It was like the first time it rained in New York in a long time. It was $55. And so far, Tunnel Rat has given me a total of $555. He is a big supporter of the show, and I am a big supporter of what he does as well. He's very interesting too, man. He could talk to you and tell you where you were. See, that's another reason why I think that he might possibly be a spook, because he was like, you came to all of the New York meetups, and I was like, I don't even remember. And he was like, yeah, this one, that one, that one. And I was like, really? I was there? And he remembered details. He told me my shoe size. But thank you so much to you, Tunnel Rat, for that was a great night. I had a great night. It was fun. And Sir Chansey, I'd like to talk to you more. Because you had some wild stories, brother man. I saw his boss's penis and all this stuff. He was telling me some weird story. We're going to open up the phone line here. 917-719-5923. You give a call in if you want. And if you don't want, then you don't have to. It's not a mandatory thing. There's no strange person standing right behind you with a gun telling you he's going to shoot you if you don't call Nick the Rat Radio right now. No, I don't even. Let's play some more music here. Oh, wait a second. I think we got a live one here before we play some music. Hello, from the somewhere. Hi. Boost.
Hey, Nick the Rat.
That's me.
Hey, I have a question for you.
I have an answer for you.
Why does your show suck? I want my money. Don't hang up.
How much money are you looking for, sir?
I want the total sum amount that I have donated, which is $321. Sir,
You could,
am I the only one with the heart rate increasing?
Send a bag full of pennies to your house if you give me your address.
Okay, can you put a note in there explaining why you would make a podcast at midnight when everybody else is sleeping? It's like making yourself Craig Ferguson right away and not Jay Leno.
You have to start. I prefer Ferguson. He had that cool robot skeleton.
Okay.
Imagine if Craig Ferguson was able to do the show when he was an alcoholic. That would have been great.
Listen, I don't want to repeat stories and stuff. I was wondering if you want to do some work. You want to do a little work, or you want to repeat stories, which is fine, sir. It's okay to do stories.
We could do some work. You want to do work?
Okay, the work would be what you're interested in. Yes, sir. I do want to do work with you and your audience, sir. With the world.
All right,
There's
so
so much to talk about.
How do we do the work?
Well, I would like to explore what you're interested in, and if I do remember correctly, you asked the question that said, are we just responses, like chemical responses, or we do have a free will? Is this something you're interested in still? I don't mean to put everybody asleep. Come on, hey, just hang up, dude. I want my money.
Who's your favoritist philosopher? Do you have a favorite philosopher?
I like to point out that philosophy is the love of truth.
So who do you think
Yes.
loved the truthiest?
But when I say I think, that I means that I observe directly. So if I looking at it, it has to be, well, Aristotle.
Aristotle.
But I don't. Aristotle would be one of them. But Buddha was a quote unquote philosopher in the true sense. Buddha, Jesus.
Would you
They were,
consider Nicolas Cage a philosopher? Wait, no, not Nicolas Cage. I'm thinking about the guy that had the apple fall, Isaac Newton. Would he be a philosopher?
I don't know. Any question you ask, you have to answer it yourself. So,
I would say
can
yes, he
answer
was,
it.
because he philosophized physics. And I think he's probably the best philosopher because all the other philosophers didn't do anything.
Well, do you see the difference between doing something and observing? And then out of that observation comes action. Do you see that there's like there's a subtle difference there?
Yeah,
It's
but
easy
if
to
you're not
miss.
using your observations for anything, then
Wait. Can you use observation, or does observation come into being when you are absent? I think you might be missing that.
no, you could use observation.
You can use observation, but then you limit observation. I say so. I may be wrong. You can use observation, but then it won't be complete observation because the you has divided it.
Are you trying to
It's
tell me that me
space.
looking at something breaks it? I'm breaking things
sorry?
with my look. Like my eyes are black holes for the light to go into, and it's causing entropy
Well,
on the things that I
have
look
you
at.
ever had what I'm saying, have you ever had a dream and it was lifelike?
Yes.
A lifelike dream? That's basically what's happening now. I mean, but we're overlaying our own illusion over reality. It must be that must be what it is. So,
Well,
yeah.
reality is passed down to you.
No, is it, sir? Or can it be passed down, or is it just something that's always there? You see?
Well, okay. Well, life isn't, but norms, things that are considered to be norms, ways to live longer and
Yeah.
to not get weird diseases.
I understand what you're saying. So you're living in New York. We don't want to say that we know the truth. We're easy targets living in New York. But I forgot the question. I forgot where I was going. But
Did you know the color purple doesn't exist?
quit bouncing around, dude. Is this what you like in bed? Just bounce around here and there.
Well, yeah.
You gotta. No. Well, we can bounce. Well, that's it, dude. You can hang up on me. I'm gonna call back and harangue you for my money and. Oh, screw it! Why are you ignoring me? Oh, screw it!
You gonna have some turkey tomorrow?
I might, sir. I'll be busy. I've been working a lot on my domicile, my rat nest. I might, sir.
So you might have
It's
turkey?
not in plans. Yeah, it's not in the plans. I don't have a family, so.
You have friends?
Well, yeah, but I don't. I have a few friends. Ned's my friend. Right?
Would a friend hang up on you?
Yes, sir.
Damn, he said yes. It's come as a good friend. Let's listen to a song. We got A17 and Panzar for honor and country. let's thank some more people here. You could donate by going to nicktheratradio.com and clicking on donate, or go to nicktherat.com, click donate. Either or, it'll work either way. Let's see if we got what we got here. Doop boppy doop boop skadoodly doo. We do have looks like 2 donations this week. We got $4.20 from DV. DV, thank you so much, DV, for participating in this sewer experience. You are deep in the sewer with good friends tonight, or whenever you listen to this. Yeah. Words of encouragement from Nick the Rat Radio to you. We also have KS with 420. Cheers to you, KS. You've also been in the sewer for a long time. You probably smell great. Ow. I know I do. Whoa, look at this one. MAC with 420. MAC has been in here. Not that long, was around for a long time, but I don't know if they've been around recently. But it looks like MAC is back, so hopefully MAC is on the up and up with Dogecoin or Pepe Coin or RTX or XRP or whatever they're up on. I hope that it continues so they could keep on sending it down to the sewer too. Thank you so much, MAC, for coming in hot. You could also donate by going to Twitch. Yeah, we're on Twitch, people. You didn't know. But now you do. Oh, I'm getting a call during the donation segment. Let's see here. Hello, caller. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm 1 beer in, so I'm pretty good.
1 beer in.
1 beer in.
Good.
It sounds like a Norwegian name. Oh, that's my son.
beer in.
1 beer in.
It's your Norse name.
And there's his sister. 2 beers in.
2 beers in. She's she gets a little crazy.
She can. How are you doing tonight?
Not too bad.
Are you in the spirit of the turkey? Are you having turkey tomorrow?
I am going to have turkey tomorrow. I'm tasked with making the mac and cheese tomorrow.
Oh, that's what I should have made some mac and cheese right out the box.
You know what? Oh no! You got to do the the big chunk of government cheese and make a sauce. Make your noodles.
You cook up some,
but you don't cook them all the way. And then you mix the two together in a pan. Do your little breadcrumbs on top, and do the bake in the oven to finish it off. But I don't just use that. I use cream cheese, Parmesan. You get hot sauce. Oddly enough, you only put like 7 dashes of like that Louisiana hot sauce. That literally the name of on the bottle is Louisiana hot sauce.
Is it Cristal? Crystal?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's yeah.
They also have Slap Your Mama. I highly suggest Slap Your Mama.
Oh yeah, that's good too. But you put 7 dashes of that in a huge thing of mac and cheese. You don't taste it, but it makes it taste cheesier for some frickin' reason.
Huh. It's a good spice. I like it. Dvorak said something about fish sauce. I wonder if fish sauce would work in mac and cheese.
I don't know. I have fish sauce. I do, but it's good for certain dishes, I will say, but it's not good for all of them because it kind of like it can overpower stuff sometimes. But it is good in the majority of stuff as a salt substitute, as he said.
Got some
But
MSG
get
in
high
there.
quality stuff because it like the stuff you get off like the basic like big box store, grocery store stuff is not good. You gotta go to like an H Mart if you got one of those close by, or some sort of Asian market.
I have an S Mart.
What the hell is S Mart?
That's some guy named Ash works there.
Ash.
Yeah, Ashley. I forget his name. I forget his last name. He's got a chainsaw for a hand though.
Chainsaw for a hand. That's interesting.
Is it Ashley Ketchum? I forget his last. Does he even have a last name? You ever see Evil Dead?
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Shop Smart. Shop S Smart.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, you better make some really good mac and cheese tomorrow, mister.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna start earlier because last year I was like about an hour late.
You were late with the mac and cheese?
Yeah, because I didn't realize how long it would take to make the whole different processes to make it all.
I'm surprised they tasked you with making it again this year.
I've practiced a couple times since then, so I've gotten the vote of confidence again with doing that. Because otherwise it was green bean casserole, which I can make that too, but it's I don't know, just it's not as fun, I guess.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm making probably just a mess.
Like
yeah, I'm not really. I've been tasked with nothing. I'm just gonna.
Oh, okay. You gonna eat?
I'm just gonna eat.
That's the way to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna say thanks to everybody. I'm gonna give my thanks. I'll be like, I've brought my thanks here. I'm giving it to you. Thank you.
If my mom was still around, that was what we usually did, was just eat.
Oh, because she would cook.
Oh, everything. Yeah, she was a chef, so.
Did she make better mac and cheese than you?
Beyond compare.
I'm sure yours is good too. She's probably very proud of your mac and cheese, but she probably still calls you a little punk.
Yeah,
she's probably like,
I do hate. Yeah, she would. Yeah, she would critique what I do, definitely. But she does it out of. She would have done it out of kindness.
Yeah, I'm probably sadly gonna have some fake ass turkey tomorrow.
I think is it going to be like a tofurkey, or is it actually going to be just?
It's not tofurkey. It's but it is probably just wheat gluten and salt.
Oh, you know what the best? Yeah, the best fake meats though are all that gluten.
Gluten.
Because I can't think. I used to get like at Whole Foods. I used to get an orange chicken that was delicious. That was like a fake meat chicken, but it was like.
It's not healthy.
The lady the one day said, no, she said the one day, she goes, that's like 100% gluten. And I'm like, it's really delicious.
Well, yeah, bread is good too. But
Gardein,
Gardein is a good brand. If you want some fake ass meat, I say check out Gardein.
Gardein, okay.
It's better than Morningstar. Morningstar is like it tastes good, but it's really bad for you. It's like the candy of.
Are they like the
bullshit?
Oh, okay, yeah. You might as well just eat like real
Snicker bars or
it.
fucking. Oh yeah, I had some Snicker bars. It had protein in it. I don't know.
I had a rack of ribs with a bottle of maple syrup.
Oh man. I remember this rack of pork ribs that I had. So it was just peppered. It was peppered barbecued pork rib. It was so. Oh. Ribs are
Like
good.
a traditional barbecue, or was it a certain style?
I don't know. It was just some pork ribs thrown on a barbecue, and there was a lot of pepper on
Okay.
there. A lot of pepper.
Yeah.
Pepper,
That's good stuff.
peppered pork.
Did you eat at the meetup?
No, I did not. I ate before the meetup. I ate and then I went there.
Okay.
Did you ever go to
Did
a
you drink
meetup?
beer? Yes, I've been to many a meetup. I've been to national meetups.
Really?
Yeah, kinda, I guess.
National?
Yeah, kinda, a little bit. Because when I was in Nashville, there was quite an international crew of people there from all over the country.
Wow.
People from Florida, from people from
What country is
Missouri.
Florida in?
Florida is in Floridistan. That's where they get Florida man.
I think I definitely creeped out a lot of people at the meetup because I was just way high. I think I was just staring off into space.
Were you just really high, or was there actually a lot of spooks there?
There was a couple spooks. Also, there was just a lot of people there. It was a very strange crowd, and there was not many seats. Like we were on a bar that was just it was long and wrapped around the place, so it kind of cut off everybody from talking to each other. But
like how many people?
I think there was just 10 to 15 people.
No, okay, that's a good size one.
Yeah, especially in like a smaller Manhattan bar.
Michigan's got some decent sized ones they get turnouts for.
There's no seats. I wanted to sit. I just was because I couldn't stand up because I was so fucking stoned. I was just like finally a seat, and I ran over to it, and I never got up.
What size edibles did you take before you went there? You said
I had 50 milligrams.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's not horribly a lot, but it is kind of a lot.
For me, it would put me incoherent.
I was hearing. I was in Inco. I was just here.
I think if I was in my youth, that wouldn't hit me as hard. But I quit for like 15 years.
Well, that'll do it to you. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like you're a virgin again.
I think by now THC is in my DNA.
Probably a little bit.
Yeah. The weird thing, man, is like all drugs already exist in your brain, and that's why when you use them, they hit you.
The dopamine.
It's very strange, the human existence. It's you have to unlock everything.
So when someone says I have cocaine on the brain, they're actually correct, or
yeah, that's it's up in there. Wow. Are you gonna watch the Thanksgiving Day parade tomorrow?
I'll probably watch a little. I'll have it on while I'm making my mac and cheese.
When is there going to be? I don't want to say it, but I was going to say, when is there going to be a terrorist bombing at a Thanksgiving Day parade or something like some terrorist act?
You might be prophetically saying something about tomorrow.
Let me take that back. And let's say, when is there going to be like a streaker or a protest?
That would be nice. We always could use a streaker. They'll never show it on TV, which sucks, but there's always the internet for that.
Well, it's actually, yeah, it's not really that live. I'm sure it's.
There's been stuff
there's been
stuff that's happened at the Macy's parade before. I
Really?
think last year maybe.
Oh
even.
wait,
I thought there was.
Wasn't there some
If you look it
titties or
up,
something? There was like some breast cysts that popped out.
I thought somebody came out while there was some, because they got that one area that they do all like the contrived lip sync singing and shit like that. In front of Macy's, I think. Is it? I don't know. I'm not in New York. You would know better than I.
Maybe.
But they do like an area where they stop and sing or whatever, and I thought something happened there. either last year or the year before.
I'm looking. I'm staring at internet things now. I can't. I'm just. All I'm
I didn't
seeing-
even know about it, but I think I read about it like 2 months ago or something like that. I didn't even know what happened, but I read there was something that happened at the Macy's parade, some sort of protest.
Maybe.
It was protesting New York.
Man, this place sucks. But I can't leave it. I'm like, I think I have some weird. It's what is that syndrome called when you want to have sex with the cops? It's like blue stick or some shit. No, it's
Oh yeah. Blue flame? Is it?
I'm talking about Schrodinger's cat. No, the
Schrodinger's cop.
Schrodinger's cop. Yeah, Stockholm syndrome. I think I have some weird New York Stockholm syndrome. Thank you, Tunnel Rat. Hey, how you doing, man? You missed.
Oh, because you like that, love the area, but yeah, I probably have the same thing here. I don't know. I would love to move out of here. I just need to pull the trigger.
See, the worst part about moving out is then you have to find new work too, and there's just new people.
Yeah.
It's like
that's the routine of life becomes a anchor to your going out and doing things.
I think okay, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think my lack of wanting to meet new people is part of it. Yeah.
You don't want to meet new people?
Well, not like as like a 24/7 type of thing. Like I don't want to have to.
No. Oh, you mean if you move somewhere,
Well, yeah.
everything would
If
be
I
new.
like leave, like if I go like 20 miles away, it's gonna be like I don't know any of you people. You people are all new. I don't have any friends here. I can't go.
Maybe you start by traveling there for the weekend.
Then again,
and then coming
I have the
back.
internet. The internet's just like people on demand.
It is kind of sad. LED glow people, but yeah.
Yeah. And then you could shoot them too.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
What's the latest shooting of people that you're doing and what? Oh.
I guess the hunt still. I haven't really.
You're still playing the hunt?
Yeah, man. Well, you know, it's.
That's cool. That's cool.
I find
get
one
it.
game and I usually just stick with that one game.
It's got that like feel to it that's kind of like dark and dank.
It's strange. Post Malone apparently loves the game. And he put in a paltry 400 hours.
That's yeah, it's a little bit of commitment.
Do you want to know how many hours I put into it?
I have a feeling it's more.
I'm actually curious. But yeah, he's coming out with some DLC
Steam,
too.
right?
What?
It tells you in Steam, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
How many hours you played the game?
I'm opening Steam up now. Here we go. Are you ready to hear some really sad?
You have put 3 years into the game.
Nah, I don't know how. I think it's definitely over 1,000 hours by now. Let's see. Steam, where are you? Load up. All right, we have in Hunt Showdown 1,243 hours.
It's a lot of time.
I just looked at my Dota 2.
Your what? You just looked at your what? Your pants are down? What?
I also play Dota. You ever hear of Dota? Defense of the
No, I did.
Ancients?
Oh, yeah, okay.
I put more time into that than
Not-
I did with Hunt.
Holy shit. That's fair, though. I mean,
2,250 hours.
holy shit.
The game came out, I think, in 2009, though. So
What is that? That's like, shit.
wait, no,
It's like
it came out in
3
2013.
months? 4 months? Is it 3 months, 4 months, that amount of time?
Let's see. Yeah, it came out in 2013, so it's 10 years ago. So in 10 years, I put about 4 months into it. Wow.
Huh.
Yeah, I like video games.
I guess so. Have you ever heard of Pong?
I put maybe about 10 hours into Pong.
Really?
Maybe. Well, yeah.
Mm.
That was like one of the only games that there was at a certain point.
Yeah, I would say probably I do probably have more time into Pong than that because we had a Pong system when I was a kid before we got a Atari 2600.
I put a lot of time into Mario. I remember playing a fuck ton of Mario and Sonic.
Oh yeah, Mario 3. Like I have, yeah. The 2,000 hours would be probably the light on Mario 3.
Like I could play the game back in my head from start to finish almost.
Which game?
All the Marios. Like
Oh, okay.
the original ones, like Mario 1, 2, 3, Super Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah,
3 was
so-
my favorite, but I do have I had like around that time I had a friend that bought Mario 2, played it for like 2 days and hated the game and gave it to me
Oh wow.
to play, and I let him play Blades of Steel.
Ooh.
If
Yeah, I
you
think
remember
you
that
got
game.
the better pick there, personally.
Yeah. Yep. I did like Blades of Steel though. The hit the pass. Hit
Oh
the
yeah,
pass.
Blades of Steel is cool, but Mario 2, I think is Mario 2 is one of the best games
Yeah.
ever made, in my opinion.
Yeah. It does. I mean, I at first I'm like, God, this doesn't make fucking sense. But after a while, once you play it for a while, you're like, wow, this is
One
a
time
good
that happened
game.
with me, my friend bought Super Metroid, and I was at his house playing it, and I was like, wow, this is fucking amazing. And he was like,
Yeah,
yeah, you
that
could
was a good
borrow
game.
it. And I fucking played the shit out of that one. That was great. I can't believe he did not care. I was like, all right, yeah, I'll borrow it and play this.
The only game, I mean, just because of friends and stuff like that, the game on regular Nintendo that I had the most time in was Super Tecmo Bowl.
Oh man, that game made me laugh so much. Sports games, just the silliness of them, like playing against somebody in a sports game on like Nintendo.
Oh yeah,
It's,
yep, yeah.
like another
It was always
interception.
intense.
Really?
Or double dribble.
What happened to sports games? They used to be fun and funny and shit. Now they're just like,
All serious and realistic.
it's more like, hey, look, we recreated this person in a game, and
That
it's
was
like,
yeah.
it's like
yeah.
I don't care if you
'Cause,
recreate.
like,
I want the
around
fun.
around the Sega time, they had like the NHL games that were like the 95, 96, 97, and 98 that were all I don't know if they came out. Actually, they might have been like 95 and 98. There might have been like a 3-year. They didn't feel the need to come out with a sports game every freaking year like they do now. So
It's all based on the same old garbage too. They just like
yeah,
update the
yep,
roster. It's like, oh, we updated the
yeah,
roster.
exactly. Yep.
That'll be $70. Like what?
We added a halftime show. Woohoo!
Well, sports are dying. I think maybe.
Mm-hmm. They've shot themselves in the foot, I think.
How much time do you think people put into watching sports? Think about that number.
Probably a lot of time. Oh yeah.
They go to bars to watch sports together. That's gonna be cool, man. In the future, there's gonna be people going to bars to watch video games. Like, oh man, they're gonna play the new
I don't
game at the
know.
bar tonight. We're too poor to buy it.
Do you actually watch people that play like Fortnite or something like that? I mean, would you watch that?
It's more about like the personality of the person playing the game. It's not really something that I do. Sometimes it's kind of cool to have maybe something like on in the background if they're just doing some silly shit. But it's
That's almost like having the stream of Times Square on in the background.
yeah, more or less. It's like
Yeah.
Or if you're interested in the game, you can get a good idea and a good feel for it. I watched, but I don't watch somebody play 2,000 hours worth of something. But I'm sure people have watched baseball for 2,000 hours.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Or football, or I probably haven't done that. I don't watch much sports.
Did you play any sports?
Played soccer.
Did you?
Yeah, man, soccer. I was too good though. I was like 4 years old and I was fucking amazing, and people were cursing me out, so I quit. It's like, fuck you guys.
You were the next Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah. And people were just shit talking me, and I didn't want to deal with that. And I was like,
Get that
this planet's
that
not
little foot move.
this planet's not worth my greatness in soccer. Like the Pele.
Could you juggle?
Not for the life of me. No, I cannot juggle.
Not a juggalo, a juggler.
I could juggalo.
You could juggle.
Can you juggle?
No, I cannot.
I don't understand how people could juggle. It's
I've tried. I mean, I could do. Maybe I could do like. I don't even want to say it.
It's like
I could do 2 balls in one hand.
That's those Ben wobbles. I know that one. I can do that too. That's not juggling. That's lazy people juggling.
And then they make that noise. And why do those balls have that weird name?
It's so they could clean your chi. It's the chi killer. Cleaner. Chi clean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Clean your chi with your balls in your hand.
My chi always needs cleaning.
But I think that we have brain issues if we can't juggle, because people that can juggle have like a more connected brain or something. I think like they could disconnect their mind.
Hand-eye coordination.
But you ever watch a juggler? They don't look at they look at the sky. Like they're like looking at a weird
but
point.
That's kind of like, I don't know. I mean, if you would have played basketball more, when you dribble, you don't look at the ball after time. You kind of know where it is by feel.
So it's not hand-eye. It's more like muscle memory or something.
It's more like muscle memory. Yeah, exactly. It's
muscle
like
brain.
Pretty much anything, all the way down to shooting a gun. If you shoot a gun a lot, you're gonna be better than somebody that doesn't shoot it very often.
Holy shit! It's almost midnight in the sewer.
And then it'll be Turkey Day.
I know it's almost Thanksgiving. Holy shit.
Have you ever went to the Macy Thanksgiving Day parade?
No, I have not.
Never?
No.
In all your years, never.
Never once.
Okay.
And yeah, I know. I'm like there. And last year I had tickets
Can
to
you hear
sit
it?
in the stands,
Can you?
and I still did not go because
Huh?
there's. You know how many people are gonna be there? It's
No,
like,
because probably like getting there and back is a pain in the ass.
that's not much of a problem. Oh, it is now Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody! Cheers.
Bang,
Bing, bing, bing.
midnight in the sewer.
It's you take the train there. It'll take no time at all. It's like under an hour, and then once you come out of that, it's just going to be a swamp of just people, and that's not my idea of fun. Especially like just
Like
sitting there to
tightly
watch.
close and like barely moving, like kind of people.
Yeah, you had to get there early to get a spot to get locked into.
Which I don't like it when there's a lot of people and you can barely move, and then everybody's moving so slow that it's like. And you know, there's one guy up there that's like on his phone, like, "Hold on, I'm texting somebody."
Yeah. And then there's Ferris
Especially,
Bueller sneaking
nowadays.
around, getting onto floats, singing and shit.
That's Chicago.
It was still a Thanksgiving Day thing, I think, wasn't it? Or was it?
No, because it was like
That was just a
warm.
weird
They were
parade,
like,
wasn't it?
yeah. Was that? Oh, you know what that? Maybe. Was that maybe the St. Patrick's Day parade?
Yeah, I'm remembering some leprechaun-looking breast cyst. What parade was Ferris Bueller in? He was in the Von Steuben Day parade.
Whoa, that's racist.
What
Maybe
is
I don't know.
Von Steuben Day? It's German American Steuben Parade. Okay, I didn't know there's so many Germans in Chicago.
I thought there was a lot of Polish people because they're like sausage. They like sausage.
Huh.
The Bears sausage.
Von
Kielbasa.
Steubenheiser.
I've been to the Detroit Thanksgiving Day parade once.
How was it?
Cold.
Was there a lot of people?
Yeah, and made me never want to do it again.
Now you know why I've never been to.
Exactly. No, that's why I just.
But I'm sure it's a spectacle. It's probably something cool to see. Like, it would have been really awesome if I was a kid and they were like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are gonna be there, fucking singing like Pizza Time. I'm like, yeah, I'll go, but nobody was gonna say, hey, yeah, let's go see that. They knew what was up.
Yeah, I mean, more of I guess just the time spent with people that you like, I guess. Almost like a I don't know. You just like going to different stuff like that's kind of different if you're going with like a group of people that you know.
Yeah, doing things
not
with
quite
people
as
is cool.
quite as bad.
That's true. If you suffer together, then it's more fun.
Yeah, because they have like a in December they have a what they call it, like All Hallows Eve, or I can't think what the hell they call it. It's I guess it'd be close to when the winter solstice is. They have like a little thing that goes on downtown. There's a lot of people down there. They have like fires and tents and food trucks and shit like that all over the place. And then also the stores and everything in that area kind of have different things going on. And nice if you go down with a group of people because you're experiencing everything going around to different areas with the group. So
Do you know it's do you, um I'm thankful for you, caller. I would like to
I'm
tell you
thankful
that.
for you.
Oh,
I'm
that's
thankful
nice.
for you, dude.
That feels good, and I am thankful for you because sometimes when I'm like talking, I could eh, let's listen to some music. Have a good night, caller. I felt mean hanging up on him, but I had to hang up on him, and because I'm not a nice person, I'm a mean person. Let's listen to Future Work by Electro Pulse Cannon.
First of all, this computers are taking over now.
That was the most awkward
Computers and automation.
hang up I've ever
And
done.
in the year 2000, there just won't
Happy
be
Thanksgiving.
enough jobs to go around, and the only jobs there will be for people who can work computers and such things. And other people are just not going to have jobs. There just aren't going to be jobs for them to have. There just aren't going to be jobs for them to have. Computers are taking over now. Computers are taking over now.
All right, so you know all those jokes about weird Thanksgiving recipes?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one really takes the cake.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about a semen turkey hump recipe.
Wow.
You can't make this stuff up.
It's certainly a recipe that grabs your attention, and it
Yeah.
seems like that might be the point.
Yeah.
The authors who chose to remain anonymous really lean into the shock value with this one.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We've got this recipe right here in front of us.
Yeah.
And even the ingredient list is something else.
Okay.
Turkey, sure, that's standard Thanksgiving fare.
Right.
But then they throw in seminace.
The word semen pops up constantly throughout the recipe.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard not to see it as a deliberate attempt to provoke a reaction.
Yeah.
Maybe even make people a little uncomfortable.
Okay. But then there's the humping part.
Right.
I mean, how do you even begin to unpack that?
It's where things get really interesting.
Yeah.
On the surface, it's absurd, right? You're
Yeah.
supposed to hump the turkey to spread this semen. But when you look closer, it could be a way of satirizing the whole performance aspect of cooking, especially holiday cooking.
So like those cooking shows where they're
Yeah.
always making these elaborate dishes and it's
Mhm.
all very dramatic.
Exactly. It's become a spectacle.
Yeah.
This recipe could be poking fun at that,
Right.
taking it to an extreme to highlight how we sometimes prioritize presentation over substance.
That's a really good point.
Thanks.
But what do you make of the fact that the recipe goes into such detail about this humping technique?
Right.
There's rhythm involved, eye contact.
Oh, wow.
It's almost like a choreographed dance.
That level of detail is key.
Uh-huh.
It pushes the recipe beyond a simple joke and into the realm of performance art,
Okay.
maybe even social commentary.
Interesting.
It forces you to think about what's considered acceptable behavior in the kitchen,
Yeah.
about the boundaries between the private and the public, the serious and the absurd.
So is this recipe just a really elaborate joke?
Mhm.
Or is there something more profound going on here?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have to consider the possibility that the authors are using humor to tackle complex ideas about food, sexuality, and even societal norms.
I see.
It's a recipe that's meant to be savored,
Uh-huh.
not just in terms of taste, but in terms of its deeper implications.
Well, for all of you listening out there, get ready to dive deep into this culinary enigma.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to break down this recipe, analyze its language, and explore its potential meanings.
Okay.
And who knows, maybe we'll even learn a thing or two about ourselves along the way.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's fascinating how they take something as traditional as a Thanksgiving turkey and completely turn it on its head.
You're telling me.
Yeah.
I mean, this recipe reads like something out of a fever dream.
Right.
And yet there's something about it that's oddly compelling.
Yeah.
It's like you can't look away, even though, you probably should.
That's the power of absurdity, I suppose.
Yeah.
It disrupts our expectations and forces us to confront the unexpected.
Right.
And in the case of this recipe, that confrontation involves a lot of semenes
Mm-hmm.
and some, shall we say, unorthodox cooking techniques.
Okay, so let's talk about the actual instructions.
Okay.
They preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which seems normal enough.
Right.
But then they describe the turkey after it's been, humped
Uh-huh.
as looking shiny and lumpy like a miracle.
That phrase right there, shiny and lumpy like a miracle,
Yeah.
is pure gold.
Wow.
It's so evocative. It so perfectly captures the tone of the entire recipe.
Right.
You can almost picture this glistening, misshapen turkey,
I can.
and you're left wondering if it's truly a culinary masterpiece
Mm-hmm.
or a grotesque abomination.
Yeah, it's definitely a visual I won't soon forget.
Right.
And then they tell you to baste the turkey with more semenes while it's cooking.
Yeah.
Like, at what point does this stop being about cooking and become something else entirely?
That's the line they're blurring, isn't it?
Yeah.
The recipe walks this tightrope between a genuine attempt at creating a dish and a parody of cooking culture.
I see.
It makes you question the whole notion of what's considered normal in the kitchen.
And then there's the part where they imagine guests reacting to the turkey with lines like,
Yeah.
"This is the most moist, semen-infused bird I've ever eaten."
That's where the satire really shines through. They're
Yeah.
creating this fictional scenario,
Yeah.
almost like a sketch comedy routine, where people are forced to confront the absurdity of the dish head on.
Right.
And the punchline, "Thank you, it's a family tradition," just takes it to another level.
It's like they're saying that even the most bizarre, nonsensical things can become normalized
Right.
and even cherished if they're framed as tradition.
Precisely.
Hmm.
It makes you think about how traditions are formed,
Yeah.
how they're passed down, and how they shape our perceptions of what's acceptable or taboo.
Right.
It's a surprisingly insightful observation, especially considering the source material.
For a recipe that's so focused on shock value, there's a lot more going on beneath the surface.
Right.
It's making me question everything I thought I knew about Thanksgiving dinner.
And perhaps that's the point.
Yeah.
To challenge our assumptions, to make us laugh, and maybe even to make us think a little bit differently about the traditions we hold dear.
So here we are at the end of our deep dive into this, let's call it unconventional Thanksgiving recipe.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I'm feeling a little bit like I've just gone down the rabbit hole.
It's certainly a recipe that defies easy categorization.
Right.
It's funny, it's shocking, and it's surprisingly thought-provoking.
Yeah.
It's a recipe that asks more questions than it answers.
And that's what I find so fascinating about it.
Yeah.
We've talked about the humor, the satire, the potential social commentary, but I keep coming back to this quote, Jen.
Okay.
What were the authors really trying to achieve with this recipe?
I think it's safe to say that they were aiming for a reaction.
Yeah.
And they certainly succeeded in that.
Right.
But beyond the initial shock value, there's a layer of intelligence and creativity here that can't be ignored.
Right. Like they clearly put a lot of thought into this.
Yeah.
Even down to the smallest details.
Absolutely.
They've created a whole world around this recipe with its own language, its own rituals, its own sense of humor.
Exactly. And that's what elevates it beyond a simple prank or a crude joke. There's a level of artistry here.
Right.
A deliberate crafting of language and imagery.
Yeah.
That speaks to a deeper purpose.
So what does this all mean for our listeners out there?
That's a good question.
What can we take away from this deep dive into the world of seminays and turkey humping?
Well, I think it's a reminder that even the most absurd or seemingly nonsensical things can have deeper meaning.
Okay.
It's a reminder to look beyond the surface.
Yeah.
To question our assumptions.
Right.
To embrace the unexpected.
And maybe, just maybe,
Yeah.
it's a reminder to be a little more adventurous in the kitchen this Thanksgiving. Who knows? You might just create a new family tradition.
Just maybe leave the seminays out of it.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, that's your thing.
Well, on that note, we're going to wrap up this deep dive, but the conversation doesn't have to end here.
Right.
We'd love to hear your thoughts on this bizarre and bewildering recipe. What did you make of it?
Yeah.
Did it make you laugh? Did it make you think?
Definitely.
Share your reactions, your interpretations, your wildest theories. Because sometimes the most delicious discoveries are the ones that leave us with more questions than answers.
Adopted from Texas. Grab a pot, set it low, let's ignite this show. Cam's chili on the stove where the flavors flow. Ground beef, baking soda taking its turn. Poblano peppers on the bro to burn. Seal it up, let it steam, peel that skin so clean. Dice the onions, garlic gleam, prep game pristine. Stack the cans open wide, spices standing by. This ain't just chili, it's a taste that fly us. Stack the cans open wide, spices standing by. This ain't just chili, it's a taste that flies. Adopted from Texas, where the heat runs deep. This chili's got a soul. It'll rock you off your feet. With cumin, paprika, a cinnamon twist. One bite of this bowl, you'll know what you missed. Oil in the pot, onions start to groove. Garlic joins the party, peppers make their move. Beef hits the center, browning like a star. Tomato paste in the middle, simmer right where you are. Corn and crushed tomatoes, stock makes it rich. A splash of beer for the vibe, life's a tasty pitch. Spices sprinkle magic, bay leaf on the ride. Chili powder, hot sauce, take it all in stride. Adopted from Texas, where the heat runs deep. This chili's got a soul. It'll rock you off your feet. With cumin, paprika, a cinnamon twist. One bite of this bowl, you'll know what you missed. Cover it up, Let it stew 15 minutes till it's true. Skim the fat, make it lean. Chili dreams, oh so keen. Top it high with what you love, sour cream or cheese. A little green onion or crackers if you please. From camp spot to your plate, it's a spicy thrill. Adopted from Texas, the chili that kills. Adopted from Texas, where the heat runs deep.
It's Thanksgiving time in the sewer, and we're going to have a good time. Nick the Rat has a giant turkey. He filled to the brim with mayo. That is so fine! He be in the dark humping that turkey up and down. He be humping that turkey all around. Come one, come all, this day will be celebrated. This Thanksgiving together we will be completely inebriated.
The Tale of the Semen Turkey Ritual. Gather round, everyone, and listen to the story of Semen Turkey Ritual. It starts off as a tale of tradition, a tale as old as time, but by the end, you'll wish you never heard it. Seriously, this story sucks. In the old days, long before the glossy cookbooks and viral recipes written by fat slobs of celebrities, there was a family, a peculiar family, known for their Thanksgiving turkey. This wasn't just any turkey, mind you. Their bird was legendary. Moist, wet, gooey, flavorful, unforgettable. But the secret wasn't in the spices or the cooking method. No, the secret was semen. Lots of man goo. They called it the semen turkey hump ritual, passed down for generations, ever since Grandma, yes, the one who starred in those exotic alien films, perfected it. Grandma claimed that fucking it was the key. Something about redistributing the life force of the turkey through the semen. People laughed, but when they tasted it, they begged for the recipe. The ritual always began the same way. First, the family would gather in the kitchen, singing songs of praise to the seminaise jars lined up on the counter. Then, they'd clean the turkey with bleach, then come all over it, covering it with slick with the creamy white substance. Stuffing the turkey with semen wasn't just cooking, it was a ceremony. Every crevice packed, every nook filled, until the turkey seemed like it might burst. And then, the humping. The whole family would take turns, gripping the bird by its legs or wings and hump it violently, laughing as the semen squelched and oozed inside. Hump it like Grandma taught us. They'd cheer. pretending not to notice how serious her face became when she spoke about the tradition. But one year, the ritual took a turn. It started like any other Thanksgiving. The family gathered, the turkey was stuffed, and the humping began. Grandma, now too frail to join, sat in her chair, watching with a hollow stare. Her lips moved silently, like she was praying, or whispering something to the bird. As the turkey shook and the semen sloshed, the lights flickered. At first, they laughed it off. "Must be the old wiring," someone joked. But then the kitchen grew cold, very cold. One of the cousins, a scrawny kid named Kyle, noticed it first. "The turkey's moving," he said, his voice barely a whisper. They laughed again, but then they saw it. The turkey, heavy with semen, twitched in the cousin's hands. Its legs jerked, its wings quivered, and then its head snapped up. But turkeys don't have heads, not after they've been cleaned. "What is this?" someone shouted, dropping the bird onto the counter. Grandma's voice cut through the chaos, low and guttural. "You humped too hard." The turkey began to swell, its skin stretching unnaturally as if something inside was trying to claw its way out. The semen leaked from its seams, thick and yellowing, bubbling like tar. The family backed away, but Grandma didn't move. "They warned me this would happen," she muttered, her eyes glassy. "They told me, if you disrespect the ritual." The bird exploded. Chunks of meat and globs of semen flew across the room. But the worst part wasn't the mess. No, the worst part was what emerged from the remains. A creature, pale, sinewy, and dripping with semen, crawled onto the counter. Its body alien with at least 69 cocks and 3 vaginas. It let out a sound, a low, wet gurgle, like drowning in seminaise. "What have you done?" Grandma shrieked, falling to her knees. "It's Zindu," she screamed. Zindu moved toward her, its body leaving a slick trail behind. She didn't resist. She simply knelt there, whispering, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just wanted them to remember me." Zindu paused, said, "Time to pay the piper, you old bitch," then opened his mouth wider. The room was filled with a wet, slurping noise as it consumed her whole. The family fled that night, leaving the house, the turkey, and the cursed semen behind. But some say they still hear Grandma's voice, carried on the wind. Stuff it, hump it, share it. And every Thanksgiving, when you open that jar of seminaise, remember, some traditions are better left forgotten. What the fuck was that? Happy Thanksgiving, weirdos.
dinner is served.